19 fences to jump, and Paul Carberry takes the ride on Unguided Missile, currently trading at 10-1, the top grade. A little bit of a grey monk barometer. Young Hustler at 12-1, ridden by Chris Moore. Young Hustler's running in his 6th consecutive festival. Cold at 8-1, Robert Thornton. Inch Kaylock 11-1, Richard Dunwoody. Number 5 on the card is River Mandate, 9-1, Andrew Thornton. Waterhand 12-1, Timmy Murphy. Even Flow down to 130, Nick Fitzgerald rides. Semelian Fairway 14-1, and that's ridden by Norman Williamson. Destin Desterel at 10-1, Adrian Maguire, Gimme 5, 6-1, Charlie Swan. Glitter Isle 16-1, Philip Hyde. Tell the Nipper 11-2, Conor O'Dwyer on this blinkered runner. And Love You Frank, up £24 since he started winning. 6-1 chance, Tony McCoy.
And they've got to get out down towards the track, so we'll love you and leave you in just a couple of minutes. The view from the sky. In the wider world, it may be budget day, but for many of us, this is where the action is. And the action down from the airship at the moment is in the betting ring.
St Patrick's Day, and there's no doubt the Irish are really flying, but at the moment there's no money for this Gimme 5, number 10. JP McManus says bookmaker's very nervous about Gimme 5. Open 6 has gone out to 7-1. Very easy to back this Even Flow. 7-2 in the offices this morning. Open of the course 11-4. They're now calling 7-2 the field and 7-1 bar. 14 favourites and 72 runnings have won this, but only 2 favourites have won since Chancer way back in 1969. Are you prepared to try and fire your way out of trouble? If you're in it after Istabrack, of course, with his Even Flow at 7-2 favourite to become only the 3rd favourite to win this since 1969.
So, the sort of meeting that will shatter your confidence if you're a form book expert. You can come here and not have one finishing the first 3. There's Young Hustler just coming up to see the first fence. Chris Maud on board to run some really good races round here. Had a long layoff, injured himself, having running good race in the Beecher Chase at Aintree. And a couple of races so far this season. Destin Destraval, Adrian Maguire, just this side of Gimme 5. And Charlie Swan, what a hand on the far side. And big horse here, Paul Webber, St Melian's Fairway. Let's have a look at the favourite, Even Flow. He's been in really good form, but the ground, it's not quick, Jim. It's perfect jumping ground, but it's a lot better than we've been having this season. Shouldn't inconvenience him too much.
No, especially the fact that he's actually going up half a mile in distance. He's actually climbed the handicap considerably with his wins this time. He started the season off 110. He's running here off 132 just 5 races later. So that's a measure of his improvement. But this is the highest grade in which he's competed. And he's a very interesting runner because quite a lot of these do look out of form. Well, you've had the closest look, John, in the paddock. What did you plump for?
Well, in the end, I went for the horse of Tim Forster's River Mandate. Looks in really good form. Glitter Isle is another one. If I'd had a second choice, that would have been the one. And it's interesting that rain's gone for him. And Even Flow, 7-2 favourite, but fairly easy to back.
Well, the majority of these out of form, but we mentioned Even Flow, who's in very good form, and so too 13, Love You Frank, another really progressive horse. Martin Pipe, who is as good a judge as there is of these matters, is prepared to run this horse, or is running this horse, 16 pounds wrong at the weight, because his original handicap mark was 8 stone 12. But he's in tremendous form, won his last 4, I should say, and it's not beyond the realms of possibility that although in theory he's got too much to do, he'll bridge the gap between the handicap mark proper and the weight he has to carry.
I can tell you who one of the shrewdest punters in the ring is going round backing. Number 12, Tell the Nipper, trying to give Ireland their 3rd win in 4 races here on the first day of the festival. It's a tight 7-1 chance, but if you want a shrewd each-way bet that one of the cleverest men in racing is backing, you'll be on a little each way. Tell the Nipper at 7-1.
Doing good, and trying to get a line-up through on the outside, Tell the Nipper. Long way to go in this William Hill National Chase. That's lining up through, and what a hand facing across the tapes. Quite a short run to the first. Love You Frank and Angela McCoy at the back. Just Love You Frank. Hey, not that keen about lining up. The others are.
Come on!
Should be it. Race away then, 19 fences to jump, and a Cole takes the early lead to Unguided Missile and Caleb. Young Hustler, normally a front runner, has the rail berth, but only in 4th place as they take the first. They're all over safely. Gimme 5 is the back marker, but it's a Cole tearing along on the outside of Unguided Missile. Inch Kaylock and Young Hustler, followed by St Millions Fairway, then River Mandate, Even Flow, Destined Destravel, Glitter Isle on What a Hand, and after that one comes Tell the Nipper, and the back ones are Love You Frank and Gimme 5. They're at the second. What a mighty leap there by Unguided Missile. Now ridden by Paul Carberry, because poor old Tony Dobbins was taken to hospital. They swing left-handed, then race down the hill, and it's still Unguided Missile. A Cole 1 and 2.
What a Hand got a couple of sharp reminders after landing over the second fence. Unguided Missile from Inch Kaylock and Ockhold, and Unguided Missile not too clever at that. And there's a faller back in the field there, and it's Destin Destraval who's on the deck after that fence, on towards the next, and it's the water jump, and it's Unguided Missile on the near side of Ockhold, and then in third is Inch Kaylock from Gimme 5 and Young Hustler, and then a couple of lengths to Even Flow back in the field. River Mandate just struggling to go the gallop a little bit. On towards the open ditch now, and Unguided Missile pops over from Ockhold and Inch Kaylock, then Young Hustler towards the inside as they continue on their journey down the far side. St Million Fairway, the horse with the white cap there on the outside, as they take a plain fence in about 4th place, travelling quite well. Tell the Nipper wasn't too fluent at that, and still River Mandate in those yellow colours is struggling to go with them. They're about to take a left-hand turn towards the top of the hill and a big open ditch now, and it's Unguided Missile on the near side of Ockhold, St Million Fairway out wider, then Inch Kaylock in the centre of Framers, landing in 4th place from Young Hustler, Tell the Nipper, and then Love You Frank from behind these Even Flow. A reminder there on landing for Young Hustler. Right out the back is River Mandate with What a Hand as they reach the top of the hill and approach the next, which will be fence number 8.
Gimme 5 even more remote than these. Destin Destraval and Adrian Maguire safely on their feet, and the partnership reunited, making their way back towards the stands. This Unguided Missile, the blue jacket leads. A Cold look further left, the green and white stripes these. St Million Fairway, the black jacket with green embellishments in Caleb. Racing in 4, Tell the Nipper in white and red going 5. Love You Frank is in 6 with a Mandate, a slight mistake there. And judge for yourself how far Gimme 5 and Charlie Swan are behind as they come down towards fence number 9. This will be 2 out next time round in this William Hill National Hunt Chaser at 8. Ooh, Unguided Missile sent the birch flying a bit, but still just has the edge. Big horse. I'll call the outside tip 1 and 2. Then we've got Young Hustler, normally a front runner in 3rd. Inch Kaylock runs in 4th, St Million Fairway 5. Even Flow, the pink cap, nodding along nicely. That's a midfield run. Tell the Nipper is out wide, followed by Love You Frank. Glitter Isle the inside, no more than 6 lengths off the leader, who was much more fluid at that one. What a Hand made a mistake, and Gimme 5 is still a street behind. It's Unguided Missile, the top weight, who's doing his own work, heading away towards the 11th. And it's Unguided Missile that has the edge. 2 are Cold in 2nd, and Young Hustler and Inch Kaylock and St Millions Fairway. With up on the outside, Tell the Nipper. Glitter Isle very quietly on this one through on the inner, followed by Even Flow, Love You Frank, River Mandate, What a Hand, and really tailed off is Gimme 5, but they never give up. But if that one wins, it'll be an a major miracle. Race away then with this row of 4 fences, and Unguided Missile still has the edge.
With Ockhold in 2nd, they've been 1 and 2 throughout as they clear the next. Tell the Nipper, and Ockhold is down there, went in 2nd place. The horse is up on his feet all right, but this has left Unguided Missile in front by 3 or 4 lengths to Tell the Nipper. Young Hustler, Inch Kaylock on the near side. Even Flow has made good headway now into 5th place. Glitter Isle has been travelling nicely throughout under Philip Hyde. But there's the leader, Unguided Missile, been in front all the way from Tell the Nipper for Ireland in 2nd. A big open ditch, and the leader was really after a big jump there by Paul Carberry. And Unguided Missile responded, lands 2 lengths clear of Tell the Nipper in 2nd. They head towards the next, another plain one. The 2 up front are 3 lengths in front of Inch Kaylock as they clear this. And then back to Young Hustler, Even Flow and Glitter Isle, a gap to Love You Frank as they now climb towards this big open ditch once again on the top of the hill. And up front is is Unguided Missile by 2 lengths to Tell the Nipper in the blue headgear out wide. Inch Kaylock on the inside of Young Hustler, then Even Flow making stealthy headway as they clear the ditch. Glitter Isle was next, and these 6 are a long way clear of anything else. Tell the Nipper went badly out to the right, jumping that one, and Unguided Missile has got a handy looking lead, 3 or 4 lengths to Tell the Nipper in second place, and then Inch Kaylock towards the inside, followed by Young Hustler. Glitter Isle still there with a chance, and Even Flow.
At Kelso, just over a week ago, the leader here, Unguided Missile, went stride for stride with the Grey Monk. So this is a Grey Monk barometer. Unguided Missile, but Tell the Nipper, the outsides 1 and 2. Gimme 5 has been pulled up. Here we are, 3 out in the William Hill National Hunt Chase. Unguided Missile with Tell the Nipper getting closer. Those each-way bets looking good. The favourite, the pink cap, Even Flow, is getting closer as well. Glitter Isle isn't out of it, and they've got 2 to jump. They're closing in to the second last. Unguided Missile a spare for Paul Carberry, has taken it with both hands with Tell the Nipper. Conor O'Dwyer on the outside. In third place, into second place now is Even Flow with Glitter Isle behind these, but he looks round as Paul on Unguided Missile. 1 more fence to jump for the top weight. Unguided Missile clear by about 8 to 10 lengths to Even Flow, and then with that one is Glitter Isle. Tell the Nipper in fourth. This is the last. Unguided Missile up and over. Even Flow dives and he gets away with it. Glitter Isle staying on very well indeed. Tell the Nipper back in 4, Young Hustler 5, but the William Hill National Hunt Chase goes to Unguided Missile, his first win of the season, his 10th in all. Paul Carberry comes home on a spare, triumphant. Glitter Isle safely through into second, Even Flow in third. Tell the Nipper finishes 4th, the fate of all good each ways. Young Hustler in 5, and River Mandate lugging on up the hill will take the next place just in front of Inch Kaylock. St Melian Fairway continuing, and what a hand completed, but was a long way remote to this winner, Unguided Missile, in the colours of Sir David Harrison, trained by Gordon Richards and ridden by Paul Carberry at 10 to 1. Tony McCoy on Love You Frank, faller at the top of the hill, but he seems to be okay, walking wounded. Our winner, Unguided Missile, wins his 10th race, and a little bit of confidence being restored for the Greystoke Chargers now. So sad that Tony Dobbin couldn't take the ride. He has sustained an injury to a wrist earlier on in the afternoon. Second horse home here is Glitter Isle. I'm sure Josh Gifford will be placing that one to win in the not too distant future. Third horse home was Even Flow, a big gamble of the race. Those who were on early were on each way. That pays.
Top weight Unguided Missile wins the races at 10 to 1. It was a 14 to 1 chance with Coral and the Tote in the offices this morning. Fell in the Gold Cup last year, this Unguided Missile, with a 16 to 1 chance. Was runner-up in the National Hunt Chase at 50 to 1 2 years ago. Fell in the Southern Lions Chase 3 years ago. Wins today at 10 to 1 Unguided Missile. Glitter Isle is second at 20 to 1. Even Flow was third. Sent off the 7 to 2 favourite, that Even Flow. But greatest shock I have to ask you about for Tony Dobbin. Your heart has to go out for the man. He's missed a festival winner here. It looks as though he could miss another festival winner in one man. The stable now absolutely flying of Gordon Richards for those who fancy one man in the 2-mile champion chase. What can you say to a jockey so cruelly robbed of the peak moment of his career?
Not a lot you can say to him, Mac, other than bad luck. Let's just keep our fingers crossed that the fracture which I hear he sustained to his wrist isn't too bad. Miserable to miss a winner, even if it's of no consequence on a Monday, to miss one at the festival meeting on a horse like this. Given Paul Carberry a wonderful ride throughout, and vice versa. Paul is giving him every opportunity, lets horses get on and jump freely. I thought just for a moment that maybe he might tie up at the running. He had a lot of weight, and he just coming to the end of his tether. But there was nothing left in the locker on the second and third horses either.
Actually, Gordon Richards' 4th festival win, Paul Carberry's 2nd, and Gordon has won this before in 1981 with Current Gold, when it had a different title, the race, but it's effectively the same prize. And that'll be a tonic for Gordon Richards as well, because he hasn't had the best of health in recent weeks. And when you work as hard as these guys do at training horses and preparing them, there's nothing like a big winner to put springs back in the step, so to speak.
Now at the start of the afternoon, I dare say he thought otherwise the Mulan was his opportunity, the best opportunity of getting a winner on the board.
Paul, who delights in the nickname from his fellow jockeys of Alice, which is something to do with his singing. Apparently he does a great rendition of a certain song when he's at a party. And after this, he just might be going to another one. Anyway, going to the last, the race was in the bag. This horse was second in this race 2 years ago. Had dropped 19 pounds in the handicap this season. And John, a good illustration of a horse seemingly out of form, but been running on soft ground all season, where if you look through his form, his best efforts have always been on a quicker surface, and he had it here.
Yeah, well, I said to Jim before this race, if you were going to have a bet, which one would you go for? And it's exactly the reason why he said he'd go for Unguided Missile. Would handle the better the ground, where most of the others would be struggling. Going to the last though, go on, get on, son. Gets up there, really, see, flicked his front legs right up underneath him there. He's always been a good jumper, this horse. Richard Dunwoody, I think, would have been first choice to have got on board him. He's ridden him on many occasions. He had a good ride on Inch K-Lock for much of the way, but this horse always travelling the better, just a little bit more class. And galloping and jumping is his game, and when it's on better ground as we've got here, then he's that much better still.
What do you think of Paul Carberry as a rider, John? He looks such a natural.
He sits very quietly, lets horses get on and do it. I think he's improved since last season, saw him once or twice throughout the year. And probably he just wasn't quite firm enough with some horses. I think he's only a young lad, and got much more experience under his belt now. Got maybe a flat race style, and there'll be many more winners coming his way. There's no doubt about that.
It's been a grand horse, this, for the Richards team. He runs in the colours of a good supporter, Mr. Harrison, and they've had some good days out with him.
Jumped great fine. The first time we've had him right on, yeah.
So first number 1, Unguided Missile at 10-1. Second number 11, Glitter Isle at 20-1. Third number 7, Even Flow, the 7-2 favourite. The totes, the win paid £12.80, places 330, 630 and 190. Dual forecast £138, and the computer straight forecast £180 and 94 pence.